Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good morning, everyone. We are from Group 10, and on this occasion, we will present the result of a research entitled Developing an Assessment Instrument for Indonesian EFL Teachers' Performance Based on the Student's Perception, which is conducted by Prof. Haryanto Atmowardoyo, Jafaruddin, and Khairati. But first of all, let me introduce our group members. Me, Muhammad Akram as moderator, Nur Amalia, Anissa Salsabila, and Yulia Amanda Putri. To use the time effectively, we will begin the presentation with the introduction of the research. Introduction. A classical model maintains that organizational management comprises four levels of important jobs: planning, organizing, acting, and evaluating. From these levels, however, we shall focus on the last, which is evaluating. In the field of TEFL, the teaching of English as a foreign language, evaluating activity involves assessing job performance of the main actors, which is English language teachers. Teachers are very important in making sure that students learn what they are supposed to learn. They are responsible for planning and teaching the lessons, and their attitude can affect how students behave and learn. The school management evaluates the teacher's work, but the students are the ones who know the teacher's performance the best because they interact with them directly in the classroom. Therefore, it is important to consider students' thoughts and opinions on their teacher's performance to improve the quality of education. Case Study 1. A study on the students' perception about effective and ineffective EFL teachers has been conducted by Atmowardoyo et al. At 2016, and this study was designed to investigate the students' perception about qualities of effective and ineffective EFL teachers. A total of 86 freshmen of English Department State University of Makassar were assigned to report their learning experiences with their favorite EFL teachers as well as with their disliked EFL teachers. So their reports were analyzed through the process of coding adapted from Strauss and Corbin, 1990. This process consists of three steps: open coding, axial coding, and selective coding. This study has revealed a list of characteristics attributable to effective EFL teachers, as well as a list of characteristics for ineffective EFL teachers. Both lists of characteristics have been reported on an international conference in Harvard University. Next, case study 2. The result of study 1 has inspired the researchers to make use of that important information to develop an assessment of EFL teachers' performance. What is reported in the research is the process of making use of the list to become a valid and reliable instrument usable to measure on which degree an EFL teacher is effective. This has been conducted through a research and development activity. The focus of the research are the first, to develop an instrument to assess the English teacher's performance, and the second is to obtain information about a certain model of an instrument, which this can be used to measure the performance of English teachers based on the students' perceptions, and the level of the instrument validity and reliability to measure the performance of English teachers based on the students' perception.
The relate concept. In this section, there are six concepts that relate. The first is Adam and Pierce, 2006. Define effective teachers as those what adjust materials to student needs, organize for learning, communicate effectively, set specific goals, and employ appropriate teaching method. The second is Neil 1991 emphasize that effective teachers must possess a professional knowledge base, demonstrating expertise in both subject matters and teaching technique. Third is Walsh et al. 2002 identify characteristics of ineffective teachers, including discouraging questions, being authoritarian, favoritism, lack of visibility, discoordination, and emphasis on vigorous learning control issues, and lacking classroom management skills. And the fourth is Miti Mukarama suggests that an ideal teacher should master four teacher competencies and maintain a good physical appearance. Next is Leslie highlights key components of effective teaching, such as an analytical system approach, organizational clarity, instructor or group interaction, instructor or individual student interaction, and dynamism or enthusiasm. Next is Kara Tills. A study specifically focused on revealing the characteristics of effective and ineffective EFL, English as an Foreign Language teacher.
The next section is research method. The research design taken for this study is research and development. Adapted from Tiro and Sukarna 2012, the procedure of this research and development is described in 7 steps as follows. The first, identifying problems. Current teacher assessments through supervisors' observation are subjective and insufficient. As important stakeholders, students should be included in the assessment process to provide feedback on teacher effectiveness. However, from the literature review, an instrument specially used to measure the effectiveness of an EFL teacher is not yet available. This leads to the necessity for developing an assessment instrument based on the students' perceptions. The second, collecting information. Under this step, students' perception on the characteristics of effective EFL teachers as well as those of ineffective EFL teachers is collected. This information is taken from Study 1 by Atmowardoyo et al. 2016. 2 lists of characteristics of EFL teachers are collected. The first list contains a number of characteristics of effective EFL teacher based on the student's perception. The second is a list characteristics of ineffective EFL teachers. The third, designing the preliminary draft. Based on the identified problems and collected information, a preliminary draft of an assessment instrument is designed. The draft consists of 50 items describing characteristics of effective and ineffective EFL teachers. The fifth, revising the draft. After validation through discussions with experts, a revision is done to minimize the weaknesses. Items which are not relevant are delineated, those which are not clear are revised. The sixth, testing the revised draft. The revised draft is then tested in one school by selecting 100 students of a vocational senior high school in Makassar as the respondents. An SPSS program is used to find out the crown batch alpha value used to see the consistency level of the draft.
Next, findings and discussion. Study 1. It has been mentioned before that the study is a continuation of Study 1 reported by Atmowardoyo et al. 2016. This study has revealed a list of characteristics for effective EFL teachers as well as a list of those of ineffective EFL teachers. The list include characteristics as follows. Effective teacher have characteristics such as be patient, be strict and disciplined, be humorous, be friendly, be kind, be wise, forgive and advise student, be punctual, be responsible, and love teaching. Effective teacher must have the ability to 1. Master and talk material, have a correct pronunciation, teach based on the curriculum, understand the student ability, understand the student characters, let the student know the object of the lesson, conduct a pre-test, prepare a lesson plan, support the student to be brave and confident, and motivate the students. Next, effective teacher must have to knowledge to 1. Know how to make an ice break, 2. Explain the material clearly, 3. Use code switching sometimes, 4. Combine theory and practice, 5. Use appropriate media in teaching, 6. Encourage the student to be active in the classroom, 7. Improve student speaking skills, 8. Improve students' vocabulary, 9. Teach systematically, 10. Know when to give assignments. Effective teacher must be able to bring his student to successfully achieve teaching goals such as 1. Teach the first skill, 2. Demonstrate fun teaching method, 3. Teach grammar effectively, 4. Make the student enthusiastic and interesting in English, 5. Challenge the student, 6. Make the classroom atmosphere comfortable, 7. Involve the student in a group discussion, 8. Encourage a student to join at the English competition, 9. Be appreciative, and 10. Assign the student to memorize the vocabulary, etc. Next, ineffective teachers. Ineffective teacher have characteristics such as 1. Come late, 2. Be indisciplined, 3. Be unfriendly, 4. Easily get angry, 5. Be weak, 6. Neglect student, 7. Show incompetence of the material taught, 8. Be lack of vocabulary, 9. Teach English if it is not your major, 10. Neglect a lesson plan. Ineffective teachers tend to 1. Have unwell prepared material, 2. Teach merely based on the textbook, 3. Neglect the student's ability, 4. Neglect the student's character, 5. Demonstrate a boring teaching method, 6. Leave the material unexplained, 7. Neglect explaining about the grammar, 8. Explain the material too fast, 9. Leave the student during teaching and learning, 10. Use English rarely. Next, in providing learning, ineffective teachers tend to 1. Use English all the time in classroom, 2. Give too many assignments to the students, 3. Neglect appreciating the student work, 4. Talk too much, 5. Have a very low voice, 6. Neglect giving chance to the student to practice, 7. Have a bad communication skill, 8. Neglect correcting the student mistake, 9. Be passive in the classroom, 10. Be unfair in scoring or grading, and etc. Okay, next, study 2. The ultimate product of the research is an assessment instrument in which in the form of questionnaire usable to measure the performance of English teachers. This instrument measures indicators that include 44 items of statement consisting of 20 positive statements and 24 negative statements. The instrument that has been developed has content validity as 98%, which means the instrument is valid, while in the reliability value is alpha Cronbach 19.4%, which means the instrument is highly reliable. The product is enclosed as an appendix.
Conclusion and suggestions. This study introduced a reliable assessment tool with 20 positive and 24 negative statements to measure eval teacher effectiveness based on student perception. The instrument aids school management in evaluating e-eval teachers and supports researchers studying effective e-eval teaching. In summary, it benefits teachers, education decision makers, and researchers working to enhance English education quality in Indonesia and TEFL standard.
Okay, that's all from our group. We would like to say sorry if we have any mistakes. Thank you very much for your nice attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.